Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone Live. We are back after our little break. Yes, we are. Now, before we start, just a little announcement to make. The fan phone in will not be returning until January. Then fans will get a chance to discuss Series 12 of Doctor Who. So, what are we going to do tonight? You're probably asking. Well, tonight I'm going to read out your comments. So, basically, I'm going to get your opinions on the new Ghostbusters trailer that dropped. Also, the new Doctor Who clip. If people want to tell me what you thought of the Doctor Who clip. Also, the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer dropped also. And what else have we got? There's something else I'm forgetting. It'll come back to me. But anyway, let's start off with the Ghostbusters trailer. So, yeah. Firstly, I want to say something, right? This trailer, the reaction to the trailer has been quite funny from the media. I'll give you an example. So, the media haven't been too happy and have been basically saying that this movie shouldn't be made because of all the toxicity that there was around Ghostbusters 2016, and that basically this movie is pandering to all the toxic fanboys out there, right? All the toxic males. That's the way it was put. So hopefully I've kept these. Where is it? Oh yeah, and I'm going to address some little twat as well in a while. We'll do that in a while though. The reason why I'm keeping it down, if you are wondering, Cheryl is only back the last couple of days, so she's in bed. Her sleep is all over the place. So I said I'll keep it down tonight. It's another reason why I'm not doing the phone ins now till January. It's better that way anyway. At least I can get you first hand opinions then when Series 12 drops. But hold on, this is in me Twitter because I put it in me Twitter. It's funny. Where is it? But it just goes to show you how this media portrays the fandom. Where is it? Because this is funny. Right, so Comic Book Resources says, why is Ghostbusters Afterlife immune to criticism of the 2016 reboot, right? So already they're trying to link it to the 2016 reboot, right? Listen, as I said before, right before I get this tweet up, if I can find it, the difference between the reason why this trailer has gotten such a positive reaction is because if you do compare it to the 2016 trailer and you actually can compare it to the 2016 movie, this trailer does everything that Ghostbusters fans wants to see in a Ghostbusters movie. This has not got to do with, again, they keep bringing it back to this whole thing, oh, it's because you hate women. It's not got to do with that. Originally, what happened is that there was a bit of a backlash, obviously, to the all-female cast because Ghostbusters fans believed that if you were going to introduce women as Ghostbusters, that's fine, no problem with that, but why not have it half and half? But they decided to go the all-female route, and the movie itself was quite rubbish. Now, I've watched that movie, I've tortured myself 3 times, and I've watched that movie 3 times, and it doesn't get any better. So, this trailer beats the movie and the 2016 trailer hands down. That's why it's getting such a positive reaction. Now, I'm not going to say everything in it that I liked because, we didn't really. Do you know what I like about this trailer? Actually, we didn't get too much, but I would have liked a little bit of the Ghostbusters theme tune go through it. But look, I can't wait for it. I really can't. Paul Rudd is big box office, you're right. And I like him in Ant-Man, so I am actually looking forward to this movie. Um, but the reason why the journalists are kicking up a fuss and the 2016 fans of Ghostbusters are kicking up a fuss is because obviously this trailer has gotten quite a positive reaction. Um, where is this now? This is it, right? So this is from James McMahon. He verified account on Twitter. So he's obviously someone of note. So he says, fuck that Ghostbusters trailer. You don't reward regressive fanboys, many of whom created an atmosphere of racist, misogynistic toxicity that led to a leading lady leaving this very platform by making the very film they wanted in the first place. Now, there's been a lot that kind of reaction has been going around Twitter. A lot of these people are butthurt um, because so many people actually like the Ghostbusters movie. This is another clown. This is Adam. This is Adam Lance Garcia, and I think again he's a I think he's another journalist. Uh, this, of course, is not to discount Ghostbusters 2016, a film that was unfairly attacked by the worst kind of humans, most of whom were men, because men are inherently emotional and irrational and get angry when women do anything, to which I say, go fuck yourselves, dude. Right? So that's from Adam Lance Garcia. Nice little journalist there, another little dickhead. See, problem I have with these men coming out and attacking us is the fact when you look at their profile pictures, you know that these lads are not getting laid, and they think by siding with the women that they're going to get laid. But you're not, you bloody idiots, because they can actually see through all that nonsense. So why don't you get on the side that's actually right here? The fact that you're getting so butthurt over a movie which was absolutely a joke to the Ghostbusters franchise. Trust me, I watched the movie 3 times. I had to watch it 3 times just to see if I was seeing what I was actually seeing. It was absolutely, the jokes in it were absolutely rubbish. The female jokes in it, to be quite honest, were not suitable for children. Remember, kids were going to see this. There was a queefing joke in this movie. Everybody thought that was hilarious. Apparently, you could murder ghosts now in this new movie. So no, I'm sorry, it was absolute trash, right? So people rightly criticised it. But come here, you don't talk about these gobshites. Don't talk about James and Adam. There, don't talk about the cast actually attacking the fans, Ghostbusters fans, long-term fans, right? You don't talk about that. You had Leslie Jones piping up a few. Is that her name? Leslie Jones or whatever her name is, piping up a few months back, still bringing it up that the reason why the movie failed is because we were all racist and misogynistic and sexist and all this. No, it failed because it was a shit story. Uh, Most years were actually, there was only one actress in it that I actually liked. The rest of these were bleeding god awful, and it was just, the humor was all wrong. The humor was all wrong. Simple as that. Idiots. Idiots. And then I have a little soy boy then go and attack me, Josh Snares, wherever his name is, saying that I have no talent. Well, I've got more talent in my little finger than you have in your whole entire bleeding body, you little gobshite. Yeah. And the next time you're going to attack me, you little sap, yeah, at least have the decency to tag me in it and be a man enough to tag me in it, because you're not. Yeah. I'm going to tag you, well, which I did. So I tagged you in my response. I didn't get a response off you. So if you're going to slag me off, mate, yeah, at least have the decency to tag me in it and be man enough to actually face someone that you're slagging off, right? But no, use people do it behind people's backs. Another little idiot as well. He's on the Doctor Who fandom side of things, you know, picking up for that other idiot he was. Nope. I'm gonna have me rant tonight. Don't give a crap. Don't give a crap. Right? I'm not gonna have people constantly attacking me all the time. Right? Sorry. You can only ignore for so much. It's as simple as that. Right? This gobshite has done stuff in the Doctor Who fandom. Right? So no, it's what I do. I call these idiots out. End of. Um, but let's talk about the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer. Actually, I was very impressed by that trailer. Now, that's how you make a movie that excites people. That's how you make a female-led movie to excite people. I liked it. Thought the jokes were in the right place. You know, it does look impressive. I'm really looking forward to it, I have to say. I hope, as I've said to some people, I just hope that these two trailers that we've seen, because I have been impressed by the two trailers, Ghostbusters and Wonder Woman 1984. I just hope they're not fooling us, like we do believe the Doctor Who trailers are doing. And we'll talk about that Lenny Henry clip now in a minute. Um, but I hope they're not fooling us because they're pretty good. They're pretty good trailers. So if they keep all that nonsense out of it, these two movies will be a success, and there'll be a middle finger to those idiots again. Remember that the likes of the Joker, these movies that these people slate all the time. Now, here's the thing: there is a danger that movies that these people criticize, we go out and watch them just to get one over on them. We have to be very careful, because there could come a point where it get ridiculous, where movies that are not even that good are being supported just to stick one up to these people. And to be honest with you, I don't want that to happen either. If the movie, as I've said, if this new Ghostbusters movie is bad, we will criticize it. Right? It's as simple as that. If it's bad, we're going to criticize it. We're not going to just give a credit for the sake of giving a credit, right? Because we don't like the 2016 version. If this version is bad, I'm going to call it out as bad. I'm going to say it's shit, like I did with Ghostbusters 2016. I'm not going to lie about it. Simple as that. I just hope it is good. Fingers crossed. But I've been impressed by the trailer. Oh yeah, by the way, I heard as well. I'll just briefly talk about this, but it just goes to show you how stupid Hollywood is. So we're gonna get a cheap knockoff of Home Alone. So they decided to reboot Home Alone with act. I have to be honest. I don't even know who the actor is and the actress is playing his mother and father, and I don't even know the kid either. So they're getting nobodies as far as I can see. Again, this is a movie that doesn't need to be touched. Well, the first one wasn't for girls either, Chris. So it's good that she's coming out and saying stuff like that, because I know she had a bit of a dig at Brie Larson last year. Do you remember when Brie Larson was coming out with her feminist crap, and Gail came out and she said something that was brilliant. I forget what it was, but she basically won that one. Look, I love the first Wonder Woman movie. Um, let's hope the second one is just as good. Um, so yeah, fingers crossed. And the Ghostbusters trailer, really like it, I have to say. What else was there? Yeah, it was good. The thing that I did like about it though is we know that it's basically it's kind of being confirmed that it's Egon's grandkids. So something that I've been saying for a long time about the grandkids side of things, or handed down to their kids or whatever. But yeah, I'm see everything that I'm hearing sounds good. So I don't know why these journalists have a problem with people that have a problem with or that like this actual trailer. It's and you know what? I'd actually like to see the comparison, and I should actually do it myself. See actually I'll do it now. Because remember the Ghostbusters 2016 trailer, like it got hammered on YouTube, right? Let's see, right. And I know it's 2016, so it's not a fair comparison, but I'll just give you a kind of a hold on. Ghostbusters. Oh, it's called Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, I should just call it Ghostbusters Afterlife, shouldn't I? Right, Ghostbusters 2016. Right, we go trailer. Trailer. There we go. I remember this was one of the most hated trailers, I think, or it was the most hated trailer on YouTube. Um, right, so it got 45 million views, right? It got 309,000 upvotes. That's nothing. The downvotes 1.1 million. Right now, this Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer has only been out for 2 days, and it's gotten 10 million views, and it's got 304,000 upvotes, but only 21,000 downvotes. Now that's all the journalists and all the butthurt bitches because we're getting this movie because they wanted a continuation from 2016. Right, so that's 21,000 butthurt assholes. Yeah, I tell you, they're sad. They're sad. Right, let's give you all a bit of an old shout out. So we got US Dutch Kitty here. We got Daniel Bluebonnet Hoovian. We've got John. Welcome. Who else have we got? We've got Charlotte here. We've got Mike here. Welcome. Peter Davison, Yvette, Super John. Do 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 do. We've got Chris here. Welcome, Chris. Do 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 do. We got Leland. Do 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 do. Don't get me started on Superman. Who else have we got? We got Stephen Cassidy as well. Daniel, welcome. Colin is here. Welcome. Colin P. Smith, welcome. R.D. Ross, welcome. Michael Richardson is here. Welcome. Joe is here. Welcome. Who have we got? Who have we got? I think that's everybody. Gamer 5-0. Welcome. I used to have a 20-minute version of that somewhere. It was like done by some orchestra. It was brilliant. The Des Chronicles is here. Welcome. Sounds like the same voice as before. Goodbye. Okay. Goodbye. Raymond Williams, welcome. Yeah, we've got more reboots, unfortunately. We've got more. Yeah, the journalists have no credibility anymore. They actually don't have any credibility whatsoever. Robbie is here. Welcome, Robbie, first timer. Nice to have you here. Welcome aboard. We normally have a panel, but Thursday that kicks back in, so we can actually start the panels again on Friday. Lone Wolf is here. Welcome. I just see a few new names popping in, so I'll just give you a shout out as I see is. My name is Oliver Quinn. Okay. I'm quite relieved that Chibnall didn't cast Stephen Fry as Oscar Wilde. I thought he might want to add to his collection of diversity episodes with a badly done gay storyline. Um, did I read out Blue Bonnet Hoovian's name? If I didn't, I do apologise. Blue Bonnet Hoovian. After 5 years in hell, I came home with only one goal: to save my city. Doom, doom, doom. Don't we all have those plans, my friend? We all have those plans. So, what did people? Anybody got any comments on the Ghostbusters 2000? No, what am I even asking you about 2016? We'll be here all night. What did everybody think of the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer? Hello, Robbie. Welcome. And Lone Wolf, step back in the right direction. My name is Davros. Yeah, we like Davros. Oh, Peter, what's his name? Peter Purvis. I can never say his second name properly. Yeah, he was let go from Crufts after 41 years, and he's saying it's down to ageism. Um, and he says he may lose his house. Now, I've seen some of the comments on the comment section of the video that I put up, and you know, I don't know how people can be heartless. Fair enough. Some do make the point. Well, how come you don't own your house by now if you've been working for Crufts? But I don't think it's much of a salary. To be quite honest with you, you worked on Blue Peter, did a bit of work on Doctor Who. That's not the point. The guy is being let go after 41 years. Like, was his standards dropping? Crufts is not something that I watch. I know it does be on Channel 4. It's just something that I'm not into. Like, I have a dog, like, but why would I want to watch a show about dogs being, whatever, does great stories for Big Finish at least. Yeah, he does do great stories. But here's the thing, it is sad. It's like they fired him by email. Like, they didn't even have the decency to tell the man to his face. They fired him by email. Like, you know what I mean? And maybe there is a bit of ageism in it. Look at Peter Capaldi. He was made go for a younger woman. So, if people say ageism doesn't exist or it doesn't happen, of course it does. It happens all the time. It's actually quite sad, you know. But society's gone cold anyway. We're living in a racist society as well. We've seen in English football, especially, and in Italian football, we've seen racism live on national television. Games have had to be stopped. But it's not a football issue; it's a societal issue. We have a huge problem in society right now, and the reason why we do is because if you look at what's going on around us, right? You look at the kind of people that are talking, and we do fight some of them, obviously, in the entertainment industry. They have a different way of looking at things than we do. I mean, I just to me, society is actually going backwards. We're regressing. We're not actually progressing as a society. We're regressing quite rapidly, to be honest with you. Um, and I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous what's going on. I mean, I was watching the Manchester derby, and it was my team, Manchester United versus Manchester City, and a couple of our players were subjected uh, to lighters being thrown at them in the first place, and then there was a guy caught on national television actually doing monkey chants and dancing like a monkey, and he was actually seen on national television. And the people for the blame, the people that are to blame for this, is the media, is all these other people that are talking about this is the way society should go and this, that, and the other, and you see it every day. Look at you look at even suicide rates, as I've said, especially amongst men, has shot up in every country because men are just told every day how horrible they are. You can't turn on a TV station without some program on about how men should modify their behavior. You know, what about the women? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're all for equality, but where's the equality if you're just going to concentrate on one gender, right? Maybe the other side could make changes as well. You know what I mean? If you're going to do it that way, or why not just let people live the way they want to live? Obviously, if they break the law, you put them away or you do whatever. But if they are law abiding, let them live the way they want to live. Nobody should be doing that. Get away. We're going backwards. We're going backwards, we are. And I pull up with these idiots all the time. Yeah, of course it explains a lot. They work for the BBC, that's why they love coming after me. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm used to it. But YouTube has put more what you call it, more terms and conditions up today, more rules now. Slowly choking the life out of YouTube channels. The monitor is here. Welcome. No, Glenn, you are required. You are the paragon of zones and sources. I like that one. That's a bloody big mug. It is, yeah. I got that last year. Was it last year? Yeah, got that last year. So that's that side. And that's there, like that. And that's that side there. So, yeah. There is a crisis approaching. Oh, Jesus, don't start that crisis business again. Crisis, crisis, crisis. Jeez, how many times did she say crisis in that fucking trailer? Right, let's talk about that Lenny Henry clip. All I'm going to say is, what was the point? Seriously, is this Chris Chibnall's way of, or the BBC's way, or whoever's idea this was to hype up some optimism for this series? Because every time they release something, a little part of me just says, seriously, really, it's just getting worse every time. Just don't release anything. Just let us watch it all unfold and fall flat in our faces when this turns out to be the biggest disaster that everybody is predicting. It's every time they release something. So what did anybody think of that stupid little clip that was actually pointless? Robbie said it there. Yeah, the clip was point. Yeah, absolutely. What was the point? Seriously, I just don't get it. If this is to generate some hype, right? I could tell you now, you're boring me to death. If there's anybody from the BBC listening, listen right now. We don't want any more, right? You're boring us to death, all right? Oh, by the way, I have to bring this up because I some people have, and we've seen the article. So Chris Chibnall, um, the idiot, and he is an idiot, by the way. And the reason why he's an idiot is because we all seen the Daleks, right? Do you remember? We all spoke about it on this channel. Even I showed you live. Do you remember the video and all? We were live when it all broke, right? Right. So the idiot has told newspapers that there'll be no Daleks in Series 12, but we've seen Daleks, right? So the logical question to ask yourself is when is it for? So it's obviously for the special, right? For next year. Which is absolutely ridiculous, right? Because he was asked, um, will there be Daleks in this series? No, no Daleks, but there'll be Cybermen. Could be Cybermen. Like, you can't just like say no, we won't have Daleks in Series 12, but we will have them in the special. But not no Daleks, no Daleks. So yeah. Jimbo King kills the fun and passion. Do you know what? I'm just so bored. So bored. I can't. Do you know what? I'm even bored before the series even gets here. And I didn't think that was possible. I was angry when Series 11 came around, but I'm actually bored. I'm bored. I'm a Doctor Who fan, like, since I'm a kid. I'm bored. It's like Chris Chibnall has just, like, grabbed me and just sucked every little bit of goodness that was in Doctor Who out and out of me. It's just right here. I'll read some of your comments. Let me know what you actually thought of that little clip, right? Chris Chibnall is an absolute moron of epic proportions, says Blue Bonnet Hoovian. Oh, do you know what? That's being kind. As special Series 11 Daleks, special Series 11 Daleks. I know. Series 12 Daleks. I know. So history is repeating itself again. The chieftain did a video on paint drying that was actually interesting, says Derek McManus. Welcome, Derek. Listen to Big Finish now. Trust me, it will light your passion again. I have listened to a few Big Finish, but the thing about it is that it's killing every bit of passion that I have. I was watching Doctor Who the other night as well, and I just stopped watching it, and it was classic Who. I just stopped watching. I just can't wash that Chibnall era out of my head. Note to show creators: if you want to destroy your show, hire Chris Chibnall. Yeah, he'd actually fit in with this Batwoman business, wouldn't he? No, you cannot ignore your destiny. Yeah. Anyone seeing what the BBC have done to Wurzel Gummidge? Yeah, a few months back. Looks like Freddy Krueger on acid. In what way does that Wurzel Gummidge resemble a scarecrow? Now, Mackenzie is a great actor, but this is just. Are they supposed to be making kids laugh, or are they trying to frighten and scare the shit out of them? Oh, BBC has faced a bit of a backlash, by the way. So for any of our American viewers, BBC are kind of under the cosh right now because of their biased coverage of the election. Now they're not the only English station that's doing that, but BBC is one of the biggest ones, so it gets it's highlighted a bit more. But also their Christmas schedule has also been slated. Um, there are people that are not happy with the Christmas um, schedule, and to be quite honest with you, um, I mean, the only thing I'm looking forward to is Gavin and Stacey, and the only reason why is because I watched it and I was a fan, so it'd be nice to see what happens. But yeah, it's not gone down well with the general public. The general public feel that they should be getting more for their TV license fee. And you know what? I have to absolutely agree, especially Christmas time. It's a big time of the year for TV stations all around the world. BBC is no different. So, um, hold on, I just want to see something. Right. I see that is okay. Let me see. To be fair, there are often complaints about repeats over Christmas. Maybe the public are more aware these days. I do agree. I think it is. Um, it is. But at the end of the day, BBC and others have been getting away with this for years. I mean, they're basically showing the same movies again as they did last year. I mean, and they are putting on a lot of repeats, and they are doing a lot of, you know, I mean, Michael McIntyre has Doctor Who's Christmas spot, right? A comedian, who does a talk show as well. So I mean, people. I'm being honest. If Doctor Who was on Christmas, I don't think there'd be anybody complaining at all. I think it's the fact that Doctor Who isn't on Christmas. Doctor Who has been part of Christmas since it came back. So, people are used to it, and you start messing around with that. People are used to a thing. They like things the way they are. See, this is what the problem is with the new side. They want everything that's settled and nice. You know what I mean, and good. They just want to upset because they know it annoys us, and they don't want us to have that nice. They don't want us to have that nice. Jesus, I would swap RTE for BBC any day. Are you joking? RTE are just as bad. Jesus, I didn't even know anybody knew about RTE. There goes my phone again. I'm going to have no phone left. Hi Noel, I enjoyed your show, and that's why I have returned for your live stream now. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the support. Thank you. One of seasons of Tennant's era, didn't we get a Christmas Day and a New Year special? Lone Wolf, we did. That was when he was leaving. He did. That was the year of the specials, wasn't it? The what was it? What was it? The dead, was it a Dead Planet? No. What was it called? Then you had the Waters of Mars, and then you had the fucking. Jesus, I can't even think of their names anymore. See, that's what it's done. Straight away, I'd have them. I don't really give a shit anymore. See, don't care. I really don't. Anyway, I didn't like the Tennant specials. The only one I liked was at the end of time, that piece of shit. Yeah, didn't like it. Yeah, just regenerate, will you? I didn't like that. Seriously, that whole regeneration scene annoyed me. And the whole part where why me? Why me? Why always me? Go on, regenerate, you little prick. Your time's up. You want to see the next Doctor? Go on, you overactor. All he's known for is his hair and great teeth, apparently. And he's 12-inch. Seriously, man, regenerate already. Like, hate that. BBC Northern Ireland and UTV are way worse, and I'm from Belfast. Cubic volume, yeah. Yeah, we have UTV here as well. We actually get UTV and BBC Northern Ireland as well, believe it or not, in the Republic. Yeah, and I agree with you, they are way worse. Time of the Doctor was a better regeneration story, says Crystal. I didn't like the one where the Toclafane, especially once I realised that they were going to hit the reload button at some point, says Colin. Yeah, that was the Utopia, wasn't it? Utopia finale, wasn't it? The Toclafane. Yeah, they were originally supposed to be in Series 1, believe it or not. See, what happened is that um, they didn't know whether the Daleks were going to feature because they were still trying to work out the deal with Terry Nation's estate. So RTD came up with the Toclafane, and they were supposed to be Christopher Eccleston's main villain in Series 1. But obviously then the Dalek deal happened and we got the Daleks instead. So yeah, so we got the Daleks in Series 1, but we could have had the Toclafane. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I wonder how that would have been. I'm being honest. I think the Toclafane would have worked better with Christopher Eccleston. Now, I'm not saying David Tennant's, was bad in them. He wasn't, but I think it would have worked with Christopher Eccleston's Doctor better, to be honest. Um, that's it. Couldn't even remember the title. See, I'm gone the same. I used to be able to roll the titles off the back of my hand. Anybody'd ask me, "Oh, what's the name of the episode in Series One with such?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's it." Let me see. Yeah, so it is a bit of a bummer, all right, that we didn't get that story with. Okay, that was obviously I didn't realise that. Derek Jacob was great. Yeah, he was. He was a great master. Great master. Even though he didn't realise he was the master, but like you know what I mean. I know he's the master in Big Finish. So, um, hi Noel, Kerboy12. Welcome back. Nice to have you on board. I see Paul's on it tonight anyway, as usual. Well done, mate. Well done. So we'll have the panel back on Friday. That thing with StreamYard, I think resets. It resets on Friday. So we'll be good. We'll have a Doctor Who panel on Friday. The arm origin. John Sims' Master was brilliant in 3-part. One of my faves of Tennant. I think it would have been class to have that storyline. To be honest, in Eccleston. Actually, what do people think? Would you have preferred the Toclafane and Christopher Eccleston's era, or are you glad that they stayed in David Tennant's era? Yeah, I do like I like John Sim. I liked him better in his master in Series 10. Yeah, to be honest. Um, a lot of people are saying David Tennant. That's fair enough. Um, Cubic Volume says Ninth Doctor's era. Um, I wish they had a kept Jacob as the master instead of casting Sims. Um, I like Martha, so David for me. Yes, see, I do like Martha, and I suppose if you did take the Toclafane out, then Martha wouldn't have had much to do. Do you think that in the new series, Graham will keep seeing his wife? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they're doing it in Star Wars, apparently. We're going to get more Force ghosts. So, look at all great hacks, cherry pick ideas from other franchises and stuff. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be surprised at this stage, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually kill Graham off before they kill even Yaz and Tolson Cole off, to be quite honest with you. But I don't see those three staying on after Series 12. This is why I still believe that Jodie Whittaker is gonna live, because are they really going to like let her stay for another year and they're gonna get rid of her next year, the year after anyway? Right? And then they'd have to replace that new companion. So you'd have to actually basically, when those three are gone, because uh, Bradley Walsh is doing other stuff. It's being confirmed he's doing other stuff. We've even seen his CV. Well, not his CV. His agent has put out what he's going to be doing next. Um, so, I mean, I just don't see it. I really don't. And that's why I'm still sticking my neck out there. I know she's gone around telling everybody in interviews that she's staying and all, but I'll keep saying this, right? Christopher Eccleston said the same thing and then he left. So, you know, um, yeah, Martha was my favourite companion. Um, over the cross to, sorry, your comment jumped there. And she did the crossover in Torchwood. Yeah, she was brilliant in Torchwood. I agree with you 100%. She was good in Torchwood. I'd love for it to turn out that Jodie is really the Rani and the Doctor is actually Graham. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that, but um, unfortunately, that's something that won't happen. It's I mean, they But you see, again, I don't think Doctor Who fans would have been. I don't think Doctor Who fans would be happy with that, because then you've played a dirty trick on them, right? For starters, and then you've then fooled them, and on top of that, then you've told them, right, well, right, you have to wait another 2 or 3 years before you actually get Doctor Who, because we fooled the audience into believing that she was the Doctor. Mm. Good night, Michael. Good night, everybody. And Noel, good to see you well. Best wishes to your wife and Teddy. Thanks very much. We appreciate that you look after yourself as well, Michael. Um, that would be a great twist. Yeah, it would be. But the thing about it is, the the the, the thing about it is that you've played a trick on the fans, right? So we're getting another season of this Rennie, right? Rennie. or whatever you want to call it, or any. I can never say her name properly. See me with names, pronunciations, brutal, right? So you've given fans 2 years of this, and they've categorically shunned it, right? And you continue to make it, and then you tell them, oh, by the way, not really the Doctor. It's not Doctor Who, by the way. We've been fooling you all along, but we're going to give you Doctor Who in a couple of weeks' time, or a couple of years' time, because like we couldn't be bothered. We decided to do this instead. I'm sorry, but I'd even be angrier. You don't do that to the fans. Yeah, that's it. Open up your bottle of Jack Daniels there, Paul. It's grand. We're gonna have some. It's we're having different chat. We're a different kind of chat. Doesn't matter. People have their own conspiracies and their own theories, you know, and it's okay. Do 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 do. I think that Tennant and Eccleston was the best. Where is it? Where is it? Was the best because it was uh short. It was. It was. I don't know what you're saying in that in the best places and had the best storyline. Uh, okay. I do agree with you. Christopher Eccleston's series was actually good. I know what you mean, but I'm not sure. Oh Jesus! Hold on. Do, 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 do. Jesus, I see the owl. I see Paul has his work cut out for him tonight. Good man, good man. I don't know. They're all out in force tonight. Let them anyway. What are they doing? Let's see. Uh, Let me see. Um, I know what you mean, but I'm not sure how much of the audience really take to her as the Doctor, and if it brought back decent Doctor Who. Yeah, but you see, the thing about it is we've been waiting so long for decent Doctor Who, right? So you mean tell me Peter was the last Doctor, and we've had to have or tolerate 3 years of this woman say if she gets the third year, right? And then they say, oh, she's not the Doctor after 3 years, and then they give us a Doctor Who show after 3 years, right? But we've already been waiting. How long? So sorry, it's too long. Too long. BBC should have set their stall out if that was something they wanted to do. But um, I think I saw a comic where Jodie regenerates, says Crystal. Um, Super John says Missy is not the master, but the Rennie and the doctor right now is Romana. The real doctor is on Gallifrey right now. That would be a nice thought, but unfortunately it's not. Uh, Best Doctor Who, Patrick Troughton. They killed this franchise beyond saving, only cancellation and bring it back when all's forgotten will save it. Dun, 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 dun. I watched to cancel before it all turns out better in the end. I do agree with you. I do agree with you, but they're not going to cancel right now. They've got too many deals in place. They're gonna drag this on for a couple of more years. That's the problem that we have with this show. And BBC again, as people have, keep reminding us, and it's true. Until BBC is they don't have to rely on TV licenses, and there's a completely different regime there, and it's completely restructured. Then nothing is going to change. So they will drag Doctor Who through the mud for an extra 3 or 4 years because they've got those deals in place. And as long as they keep getting money off those deals, they'll keep dragging this through. Listen, the way TV has gone now is you do not have to make a great product anymore, right? you get deals in place, they sell it. It doesn't matter. They lump it on these streaming sites. People will watch, people won't watch. Do you know what I mean? They're still getting paid. They don't give a crap what happens to product after that. Good night, Eva. I will talk to you on Friday. Do 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 do. Have a good one. Um, and there's a couple of people saying good night to you there as well. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Wouldn't it be great if you could get Ballstrek, Neurotic, Torori is a El Patreon, Wingy Media, and Harry's Haunted Castle on your show together at Christmas? What do you say? No. Don't get me wrong. While that would be an absolute dream team, it's never going to happen. For the simple fact is, I know uh, most of those guys are going to be very busy over the Christmas period. I'm supposed to be going on Gary's channel before Doctor Who drops anyway, so I will be on his channel. I know that. Um, Ballstrek, he has said he will make regular guest appearances on this channel. Um, Look, I love Wingy Media as well. I'd definitely love to get that guy on. But if it happens, it happens. At the end of the day, it's going to be very busy, busy, busy. They've got Star Wars coming up as well and stuff. So, and we've got Doctor Who coming up, and obviously Boss Trek and Gary. Well, there might be a possibility of getting those two on together because we will be doing Doctor Who, and they'll be covering Doctor Who as well. So, yeah, there'll be a possibility that we might be able to get some more people. I am trying to get different people on the Doctor Who panels. Um, you know, um, but unfortunately, it just be very, very hard to get the people that you want because it's always going to be short notice, and I can't expect people to drop everything that they're doing just to come and do a panel with me. So yeah, if it happens, I will more welcome anybody on this channel. Um, but it'd be nice, course. So don't get me wrong, to have them on this channel that night Christmas, that would be brilliant. It would. Um, Let me see. Jodie is canon now. Stop crying. Uh, Jodie is canon. Stop crying. Get over it already. The show will move forward. Crying will never remove Jodie from canon, but please, fans, keep hoping for wild canon change theories. I do agree. Look, as I said, we can go around this issue again, and I know a few people. I've noticed that there actually is a few people missing because of the opinion that I have that you can't change canon, and some don't like me saying that. Unfortunately, that it's done. She's part of canon, and that's it. So simple as that. The merchandise sales will suffer as my wife always buys me Doctor Who stuff every year at Christmas. I told her not to get me anything Who related this year, so maybe it's if merchandise sales fail. Well, merchandise sales have fallen quite a lot, um, and we have been told on this channel when Jodie Whittaker appears on the cover of a magazine or anything like that, it doesn't sell. So she's toxic, unfortunately, to the merchandise. Again, people won't like me saying that, but it's a fact. Um, Doctor Who is a show that could have should not have pushed the boat out. There is a danger that it will lose its way. Well, it's lost its way anyway. Um, they changed canon in Dallas, which was far bigger show. Jodie and Chibnall can be erased from history. No, they can't. No, I don't think you can understand how modern TV works nowadays. No, it can't. No, it can't. They're not going to do a Dallas thing on it. It's not going to work. So you can keep saying these things. I've gotten, you know what? I used to be like you guys, right? But you are blowing smoke up your asses. It's never going to change. So no point of crying about it. She's canon whether you like it or not. I've seen a Paul McGann big finish record in Asda. Well, buy always buy the physical copy. Physical media is dying out. We need to kind of start, supporting physical media again. It's always nice to have the physical copy. We've gotten too reliant on streaming and stuff, and being able to download stuff. It's always nice to have the physical copy. Um, Crystal wants to know: does anyone else think Doctor Who is pushing away tomboys like me? I wouldn't know, to be quite honest with you. But as a bloke, it's turned me away. Okay, again, another thing. Can I just add? No bad language in the live chat. The moderators will actually remove your comment, and if you continue to do so, you will be timed out as well. And if it happens far too often, then the moderators have been given permission to remove people. So keep the chat clean, because I've noticed since Cheryl hasn't been here, the chat has gone to shit. And I've gotten a few messages about behaviors of other people um, after the chat and stuff that's being sent to people as well. And it's not going to be tolerated no more. I see that a couple of faces are missing. Um, they're probably better off staying missing too. Because I'm not going to have anybody harassing or bullying anybody privately, not even during the live chat, but after we're finished and going off and bullying them. I'm not going to have that kind of behavior either. Right, let's see some of the other comments. Getting Paul McGann audio series for Christmas, physical copy, says Daniel. Yeah, Daniel, you're better off. Seriously. Do you watch Neurotic? I do. Mecha Random. Used to watch Mecha Random. Or Doomcock. I've watched Doomcock, and I still watch Doomcock. They've all done stuff regarding merch in the US. Yeah. Yeah, I'll watch Gary, and I'll watch Doomcock. Um, I've seen no Doctor Who merch since like 2017, says Crystal. Yeah, again, none here either in Ireland. It's kind of pretty pathetic. You have to really look around. Well, I'm back after sorting the kids out. Seems like I've missed a bit. Yeah, it's just the usual idiots that come out at night. It's a full moon tonight, so they're out in force, Oh. Mm. Do you know, I used to care about that sort of crap. Um, but you know what? I thought really let them. Do you know what? If I'm living in their head rent free, uh, Colin Baker Christmas CD on Big Finish out now. What's he singing? Jingle bell, jingle all the way. QD is selling some figurines, says Leland, and then he retracted it because maybe it wasn't LD he was meant to say. I can't be loud. There's no way I'm loud. Oh, Jesus. Right, no politics in the live chat either, please. I don't want to hear about Brexit, Boris Johnson, Jeremy Corbyn, or that other gobshite. Don't want to hear about them. B plus M is the only place to get Doctor Who merchandise nowadays. That sounds like a bleeding sex shop. Best Doctor Who Patrick Troughton says Gary used to own a comic shop and sold Doctor Who figures. Him imported. Yeah, he has. Yeah, I've seen these videos. He does have them behind him as well. He shows a lot of stuff off. Oh, come on if you want. I love Doctor Who. No, the fan phone ins are now cancelled until January, until the show officially comes back. We will be doing Doctor Who panels all the way up, and we will also be doing Doctor Who panels also. B&M have loads of discount stuff, lol. No, the legend says the Tardis on. Oh, says Daniel, the Tardis on. Why would I call myself a legend? That's what I was looking. Huh? Yeah, I've seen all our stuff. But there was a board game or something that was reduced from 25 to 15. They just can't flog the stuff. Nobody wants to buy it. Here's a question. All right, Chris is asking someone a question there, so we'll let Chris ask the question there. The phone-ins are finished until January. There is no phone-ins until January. So New Year's Day, we will have our phone-in for Doctor Who. Friday, starting from Friday, every stream that I do will be a Doctor Who panel. And I'll be bringing on people as guests, and I will hopefully be trying to get on a YouTuber or two that you guys like. Obviously, I'll have to go and talk to them, and it'll be at short notice, obviously, as well. So it'll be hard, but we'll try. We've done well so far, so we'll keep going. Yeah, they're reduced from a five. Yeah, they're five from. Yeah, I seen one that was originally 25 quid, gone down. Right, you could see the stickers. Went down to 20, then it went down to 15, then it went down to 10, and now it's down to 5. Yeah. Yeah, they'd have to pay me to take them away. Exactly. 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 Um, so, where am I now? I wanted to do something real quick. Yeah, I wouldn't buy them. You joking? I wouldn't waste me money on that crap. It's a waste of plastic as well. You know, they're talking about helping the environment. We'll stop making Jodie Whittaker stuff then. That's how you'll help the environment. The only place to purchase New Who merch in Canada is Amazon only. Seems Canadians have given up, says Chris. Yeah, Cheryl was the same. She was getting a lot of her Doctor Who stuff off Amazon as well, believe it or not. Um, and I think that's the way to go. I think online is the only way to go. I think if you physically go into a shop that deals in merchandise like that, there's very, very little Doctor Who merchandise, unfortunately. Yeah, and it's quite sad, but you know, the merchandise was getting hurt anyway. At the end of Matt's era, anyway, because the writing wasn't wasn't great, and it was starting to get PC. It's just under Chibnall, then it doubled down, and then no, under Moffat, under Capaldi, I should say. Where am I going? My head's all over the place. Capaldi, they doubled down. I mean, I look. I know Series 10 has its problems, and I'll be criticised for this. Don't care anymore. But Series 10, for me, I actually do love Series 10. And I know it is full of woke crap, but it has some standout episodes. It really does. And I like Bill Potts, even though she was reminding me every 5 minutes she was a lesbian. She was actually a good companion. And I think it did somehow, it was a kind of a, to be honest with you, it felt like a little soft reboot to me because they kind of went back to basics. We had that dynamic between student and kind of professor, and Ace and the Doctor. So kind of, I like that. I did. I know there was woke elements in it, but I don't give a shit. The stories for me, stories, and I like Peter, so I'll watch it because Peter's in it. Yeah, there's a B&M in Ireland. I don't know. I haven't a clue. Where in Ireland? It's probably Northern Ireland. It's definitely not. I don't think there's one in there. If there's one in, hold on, B&M. Is that fashion shop thing place where women go get their shoes? Buy a Jodie doll as a Secret Santa gift for someone in your workplace. LOL. That'd be a funny one. All right. That'd be a funny. Could you see that the disappointment to be like? Capaldi was great as the Doctor, but he never had time to shine. I agree. He didn't have time. He didn't have time to shine. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight, but I seem to be losing my speech. The episodes, I hope I'm not coming down with something. The episodes where he was blind was interesting. I agree with you. I did the monk episodes that kind of annoyed me. It started off well, but I did like the whole lab thing. That this thing could wipe out the whole planet. It was interesting. I kind of like Oxygen from Series 10. Unpopular opinion. Oxygen again is not a bad episode. See, it gets a lot of stick, but Oxygen was very clever because if people think they won't actually charge us for Oxygen next, it's going down that route. Remember, these TV shows show you what people are going to do in the future, right? And look, people can call me conspiracy theorist all they want, right? They leave subliminal messaging in everything, and they do it for years and years before they bring out now. So when something comes out, then we're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's all right because we've already been taught. We've already been told that it's coming. They'll charge us for Oxygen. They'll try calculate how many seconds you breathe or how many times you breathe a second, and they can calculate how many in your whole lifetime. You'll pay a monthly tax or something, a breathing tax. Of course, then if you did bring that in, then you're screwing over obviously the homeless and all those other people that can't obviously look after themselves. So then, they've always wanted to like reduce the population as well, haven't they? Oh, geez, I just gave the governments an idea on how to reduce the population. Shit. Shh. But who owns oxygen to sell it? Well, you see, they could do some jurisdiction thing where if you're living in Ireland, you're breathing air in Ireland, you pay. I know it sounds stupid, but they'll think of something. They'll think of something. Or what they'll do is they'll pollute the oxygen, the air that we do have, so much that we'll have to rely on oxygen canisters. There was also in sun makers oxygen tax. The sun makers is a very underrated story, says Paul. They always find a way. Exactly, sure. They tried to charge us for water over here, but Irish people are very you know, we get taxed a lot, like so. The Irish people weren't putting up with that, so there's no water tax in Ireland because like we put a stop to that shit. Right. So this carbon tax that's coming in from these. Oh yeah. By the way, my favorite person, my favorite climate change person, Greta, has been made People's Magazine Person of the Year. Is it or Times Magazine? Which famous magazine? Where they get time of the time? They get the year thing. Yeah. Well, she won it. So someone that goes around basically shouting at adults has won People of the Year. Give me a fucking break. No, we don't need natural oxygen. We don't need natural air at all. Yeah, no, I gave them too many ideas, didn't I? Didn't I? Earth is 75% covered by water. Why do we buy bottled water? Why do we pay for running clean water? Just saying. Exactly. But in saying that, though, they would have to take all the salt out of the seawater, wouldn't they? Um, and then what would we do with all the salt? And I wouldn't say, well, here, well done, Paul, because I have a solution now. So the climate change nuts are saying that the sea levels are rising. Well, then Paul is right. Why don't we demand that their governments start looking at the oceans and start finding a way of reducing it? And the best way to reduce it is like get our drinking water from the oceans. Obviously, like they would have to treat the water to get the salt out and make it drinkable, but they could make it drinkable, right? So we could actually help lower the sea levels ourselves if they're so fucking worried about the sea levels rising. Oxygen, water, and similar taxes is the staple of the space station based SF. Can we make for some very interesting stories? Can make for some very interesting stories. Do, do, do. Also, Irish don't put up with that nonsense. No, I went on one of those marches as well. See, the ridiculous thing is they wanted to pay us, they wanted to charge us water tax, right? When all the pipes that give us our water, right? In Ireland, hold on, I'll get you so it's properly, so people don't accuse me of not knowing me stuff, right? How much? Right, right. Be good if I said Dublin. So I'll just do Dublin alone, right? Right, there you go, right? So Ireland is losing, right? Now, this is why we said no. So they wanted to tax us for our water, but yeah, they didn't fix any of the pipes, right? Or they didn't update the pipes. Now they've told the Irish people that it's going to take them at least 80 years, right? I shit you not. It's going to take them 80 years to fix the whole underwater infrastructure, right? But they want the they want the taxes now when people that have cars pay road tax, you pay VAT, that all goes towards the maintaining of the pipes, or so we thought. But they obviously weren't using the money for that. They were putting it in their back pocket more than likely. So Ireland, Ireland is losing over 43% of its drinking water alone in leaks. Imagine that. 43%. That's just like 7% away from half of our drinking water is lost because of faulty pipes. And the bastards in Irish Water thought you were being smart arses and says, well, we want money off you. Well, no, we've been paying money ever since we could pay fucking taxes to get these pipes. So fix the pipes and then maybe we'll consider and actually take the fluoride out of the water and make the water drinking safer to drink, and then we can talk. But here's the problem. They want to control, whoever's in charge wants to control all the natural resources. So then when the shit goes down, then we will be begging for these things, but they'll have plenty for themselves and they'll make us pay the highest amount of money for food, water, air, you name it. That's the society that we're heading towards. Spend a billion on just setting up Irish water. I know they spent a billion on it, and then like all those wages that they gave all these gobshites, and then then they wanted to abolish it at once. I don't even know what's going on with Irish water now because I don't even watch the news anymore. Because anytime you watch the water, we're losing 43%. Just there, look, 43. Just to show you, there it is. Yeah. There we go. Stupid phone. There you go. Ireland is losing 43% of its drinking water. And they spend 100 million on trying to reduce those leaks a year. So 100 million to try and reduce the leaks. That's like ridiculous. And they're saying, let me see. Bulgaria now. I've seen it here. Bulgaria loses 50% of the water. Where Germany loses the least amount. Well, that's bloody obvious, isn't it? Because like basically what the Germans have done is they've taken over the world. Well, they've taken over Europe through politics, what Hitler wanted to do in the first place, but he used 2 wars. They did it the economic way. So yeah, no wonder, because they're taking all their money, screwing us over, and actually sorting our own country out. Yeah, we need to get out of Europe too. Yeah, the Amazon is on fire right now as well, actually. And nobody gives a toss about that. England and Wales lost 3 billion litres of water every day from leakage, according to Consumer Council from Water. Wow. See that? See, it's ridiculous, ridiculous. And I wouldn't be buying bottled water either, though. That's the thing, because they're putting it into plastic bottles, you know, um, and it's proven that your water can be contaminated. Do, 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 do. What do you want, Teddy? What do you want, Teddy? What do you want, Teddy? Do you want to say hello to everybody? Okay. Come on. Oh. So, you all know who this is. So hit that like button. Tell them to hit the like button, Ted. Say, hit that like button and subscribe and do all those other things, and make sure you hit that notification button and stuff. And it's the Teddy time. Do, 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 do. Teddy time. Do, do. Say hello to your crowd. Say hello to your audience. Say hello to your audience. They all love the Teddies. So this is the old little channel, unofficial channel mascot. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't it? Is there anything you would like to talk about? Tell me, as a doggy, can I ask you? Come here, come here. Can I ask you, how did you feel about Lady and the Tramp as a doggy? Can you tell me how you felt about that? Nothing to say? Oh, Jesus, he's devastated. So, was that bad, was it? Yeah, yeah. So you didn't like it at all? No? He didn't like Lady and the Tramp. Oh, oh, good boy. Good boy. That's my doggy. My doggy has to be. Ah, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. Stop, 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 stop. Now, go on. Go on. Go on. He's got his nail caught in me bleeding ring, and if he had it yanked away there, he would have lost the bleeding. The Charming Manatee, 1982, just made it, and Teddy is what I see first. Great way to start my viewing. The only question I have is, has Noel been given Teddy enough treats? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I have. Teddy gets treats all the time. Trust me, Teddy is treated better than I'm treated. Hail Lord Teddy, the Ted Zone. Yeah, little Teddy. So yeah, I haven't heard anybody. So what did everybody think of the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer for starters? So give us a few of your comments there, and I'll read them out there and let me know what you actually thought of the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer. It'll be interesting to see what you guys thought. So we'll start with that first. Wonder Woman 1984 trailer. Throw us your comments there and let us know what you actually thought of that trailer. We'll be only staying on for another half hour or so anyway. And then we will be finished for the night, and then we will be back on Friday. I actually did a 5-hour live stream when was that? When did we do that 5-hour live stream? That was madness, man. 5-hour live stream we did. Wonder Woman looks good. Best trailer of the year, says Argos. Looks great, says Super John. So far, 2 lads there. See, he's listening there, all you journalists, idiots. You listening? There's another bloke there, looks decent. You listening? I thought these guys were all toxic. I thought all men were sexist bastards. Guys, he's actually really like the trailer. Oh, geez, that's shocked her, because they're all sexist, apparently. Jesus. Anybody else? Any other lads out there think that the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer rocked or was good or looked decent, as some have said there? 5 hours, what are you practicing for? In EFAP. Oh, Jesus, I don't know what we were doing for 5 hours, but you know what? it was so good that we actually didn't realize the time, believe it or not. Um, I like the trailer having Wonder Woman swinging from lightning bolt to lightning bolt was a bit much. Was a bit sketchy, but her lasso isn't called magic lasso for nothing. Exactly. Yeah, I even said that to Cheryl on myself. I did. I'm gonna admit I think that was a little bit over the top myself. But again, we'll have to see in the context of the whole scene to see what the story is there. But it does look like. I agree with Derek there. Wonder Woman 1984 looks solid like the retro vid. I agree. Looks good. Wonder Woman is the way a female hero should be made. I agree. And Super John says, well, it's not Batwoman. Stating the obvious, but you're right, pal. You're right. Um, but yeah, again, people are like, having a go. Oh, how come none of the guys are hating on the Wonder Woman 1984? Because it actually looks decent. Because your lead actress is not coming out and saying that this isn't for white dudes. You know, like Brie Larson did when she did the whole Captain Marvel thing. She gone around saying that no, white dude, this film's not for you. This is not for you. Well, feminists is for women. Women are great. It's expensive, man. Yeah, we can't do that on our own. We got to piss all over men to get real big. Cause we can't do that on our own. We're stupid. We are. We were never in franchises before. We were underrepresented and all. There was no such thing as Ellen Ripley and Sarah Connor. They didn't exist. Or Buffy the Vampire Slayer. No, they never existed. No. I probably Larson. Look at me. I need proper representation. I need being strong. Okay, then he use a bum double. Get the fucking bow. Tick. Seriously, I hate them all. The movie could be hopefully be a turning point. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Wonder Woman 1984 looks great. Some question raised, but solid trailer. One on the to watch list. I agree. Black Widow looks good too. Should have made it years ago. The jury will be out on the Black Widow film. I haven't liked some of the stuff that she's come out with lately. Um, Damn, it was like Brie Larson was in the room. I just like taking the piss out of her. Seriously, really do. She's a clown, just like that Elizabeth Banks one. I mean, you do a Charlie the Angels movie, right, and it completely flops, and then what does Hollywood do? That's all right. We'll give you the Invisible Woman now. Like, so failure. So listen, for all you women out there that want to inspire to be great, you don't need to, right? Because all you just need to do is keep failing because they reward failure now. You don't need strong women role models anymore. You know what I mean? This is what they're telling you. Apparently, women and pregnancy, they have a problem with women and pregnancy now. They don't want you getting pregnant either because, they want you all to be better. Seriously. Agent Carter was a very good show. I will support a good show created for women. Haley Atwell is a good actor. We lost a good show with a good actor, and now we have Batwoman, says Paul. I do agree with you there. Agent Carter, there was a lot of fans of Agent Carter. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson needs to keep her mouth closed now because every time she opens her mouth now, Gamer 5-0, I'm kind of getting very, 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 very annoyed with her. She was my crush But every time she opens her mouth now, every time she opens it, a little part of me dies. A little part of me dies. See, that was better than that, and you could do Brie Larson. Apparently, I had no talent. What, Ted? Come here. Come here. Come here. If you're coming up to me, come up to me. So, as I said, women, as I said, ladies, any ladies watching here now, remember failure. With failure comes rewards. You know, if imagine if the Charlie's Angels movie had been made by a man and it flopped that hard. That poor fella would probably never be lived to see the light of day. Sorry, but it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Elizabeth Banks shouldn't have been given the Invisible Woman. She should have became the Invisible Woman and disappeared out of Hollywood after producing that pile of shite. Isn't that right, Ted? All we want is good movies. All we want is good TV shows, and all we're getting is shit. Hey, what would you like in your shit today? Huh. Let's go with more PC crap. Yeah. Men are bad. Yeah. Yeah. Single men are bad. Yeah. Single fathers, evil bastards. Yeah. Can't even go and buy a fucking razor now, and Gillette is telling me I'm a bad cunt. But apparently all black guys are great. Has anybody ever heard of Chris Brown or Kelly? See, again, it's all about the balance. If you're going to do that Gillette ad, right, well then why not have a few white men like you did and treat the women like shit, but have a few black men treat the women like shit too? Because anybody see that Rihanna and Chris Brown thing? We all know about R. Kelly. Do I need to say more? Right? Balance. Balance, my friend. Balance. Nobody has balance anymore. It's one way or the other. Ow. I will never support taking Doctor Who off air. Change producer and actor now on a new show. Go woke, go broke. Gillette lost billions. They did lose billions. They did lose billions. You're right. They actually lost a shit ton of money, and the deservedly so. I do not have. Listen, I was mad for Gillette. Everything I had, razors, face creams, you name it, right? Bought Gillette all the time. I went down, we went down, we got a Philips electric razor now. That's what I use. I wouldn't put another Gillette product. There won't be another Gillette product in this house ever again. I have zero support for Gillette. They got what they deserved, says Paul. I agree, Paul, they did. I went to Wilkinson Sword. My dad used to shave with Wilkinson Sword for years. Do you remember those old-fashioned razors? He used to have one of them. Fucking loved them. Fucking loved them. He used to always take the blade out as a kid and just get his razor and pretend to be shaving. You know, as you do when you're a kid. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, good riddance to Gillette. Ah, by the way, do you think you think they would have learned their lesson, but they didn't? They actually doubled down, I think. Now they didn't show the ads over here in Europe, believe it or not. We have different Gillette ads in Europe, but they doubled down in America. Like, so instead of learning their lesson, they went and did the second ad. Actually, their explanation was the funniest one. It was, wasn't it? It says the reason why they lost so much money is because men were growing beards. More men were growing beards. I've never heard so much shy in all my life, man. You know what? They can't even admit when they get things wrong. They have to come up. They have to come up with different. I use Harry's razors. Daniel, is that the place that does be advertised on the TV? The two guys invented the razors and they post them out to you. Is that those razors you're on about? Because they actually look good, and if they are they good? I purchased a straight razor, never need to get a replacement ever. Yeah, give me one of the old fashioned cutthroat razors any day of the week, man. Seriously, sharpen it myself as well. Dum dum. They will never admit to their mistake. Nobody ever admits to a mistake. Right, what have we got? We got another 20 minutes. Right, let's talk about briefly. Let's talk about the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. So, guys, after seeing this first proper trailer, obviously we got that teaser ages back. Um, so we got the first full trailer. I actually think I've seen something else, another Afterlife trailer. If I'm correct, I think I've seen Dan Aykroyd in it. So I don't know if they've released another one. If they have, I'm gonna actually go and check that out. But what did you guys actually think of the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer? I'm being honest, it's miles better than the 2016 trailer. And I don't think that was ever going to be hard, to be quite honest. Now, as I said, there will be a danger that this movie will be hyped because of the 2016 movie, right? I don't want that to happen. I want this movie to be actually great, right? Now, what I've seen from the trailer gives me hope. It actually gives me hope that we're going to get a decent Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, the thing that's annoying me is the way the media have reacted to this. They do not want to see us. Look, see, here's the thing. They call us the toxic ones, but they're the ones that keep spreading all this rhetoric. And then when we actually do like something, right, then they don't like it. It confuses them because, they're so used to thinking that we're being toxic all the time when we're not, when we're just being honest about the shows or the movies that we cover, right? There's Ghostbusters 2016 trailer was an abomination, right? You see the reaction to that trailer, right? Sony even had to come out and actually, didn't they actually have to say it actually wasn't connected to the originals because they'd made a mistake in the trailer. Um, this Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer, the very first trailer, they got a spot on. No mistakes, bit of nostalgia, you know. But there is a danger, as I said. See, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan too, and I've already seen Ghostbusters being destroyed, and this to me is its last chance. So I'm really fingers crossed that they pull this one off, because if they don't, there won't be any more Ghostbusters movies unless they decide to drag the others through. Um, so I don't know. We'll have to see. I think the trailer obliterated the 2016 version. I agree, Stephen. Um, Weird. I was put out on a 300-second timeout, says Bad Wolf 66. Yeah, well, okay, I will address that actually, because I have seen that a lot of people tonight have been put in timeouts by the moderators. And the reason that you have been put on timeouts is that the moderators have probably felt that some people are using words like shitty or using bad words. We do not want any bad language in the live chat whatsoever. I've said it the last couple of streams now. So if there's people's comments being taken down or you're being put in a timeout, it's because you have broken one of the rules that Cheryl had put in place from the very beginning, because the live chat has been getting out of hand lately. So we're trying to rein it back in. So if you have been timed out, it's because you obviously somewhere along the way did something that went against our rules. And I'm sorry about that, but we have to be strict on this, because YouTube has brought out a new policy even today about harassment and bullying. So keep the live chat clean. I don't want to hear shitty bums, any of that crap, F spears, see any of that. I will personally remove you as myself, and you won't be just removed for 300 seconds. You will be personally removed for good. Keep the live chat clean. Thank you. So let's get back to this. A little too Stranger Things, says Chuckzilla. We'll have to see, but well, Stranger Things kind of worked out, Chuckzilla. And I do, and remember, I wanted to have an old feel. I wanted to have a connection to the previous two movies. Okay, maybe not the second one as much, but definitely Ghostbusters, right? So I wanted to have that old feel. Some people were saying, well, it's supposed to be a comedy, where's the comedy in it? It was one trailer, right? And anyway, this trailer didn't need to rely on any comedy whatsoever, because the trailer itself brought a lot of joy to people's faces. You see the Ecto one, that's it, done for me. That was it. As soon as I seen that come out of that bloody garage, out of that barn, and into the bleeding cornfield, that was it. I didn't even have. I was won over straight away, right? Won over, and then they have the proton packs. Oh my god! Just everything about this movie it fills me with hope. No, well, of course, this stream isn't for kids, no. And I have a set not for kids. All my streams will be set not for kids, because I drop F bombs. You're not allowed to drop F bombs in the chat, because YouTube have rules in place. So I'm enforcing the rules that YouTube have enforced on me. There's to be no bad language in the chat, and no bullying, and no going after people because they have a different opinion to you, which has happened over the last couple of weeks, which I've been told as well. So as I said, since Cheryl has been gone, I've been told at the live chat, and I've even gotten messages off people saying that someone was harassed as well. So I'm not going to be putting up with it anymore. I do agree with you though, Bad Wolf. The rules are a bit contradictory, they are, because damned if you do and damned if you don't. You're right. I agree. But look, I will do anything in my power to make sure that this channel is safe. So all my videos are called not for children, as there are far too many rules to break if you say it is for children. Exactly. Colin has asked, given the way that Shield Media attacks fans, I've taken to calling them toxic apologists. Oh, do you know what, Colin? You're just spot on, mate. You're spot on. It's ridiculous. It's been great now listening to you and the great comments you receive, and also a big thank you for reading out my comment. I'm signing out now and can't wait for the next stream. No problem, Lee. You're more than welcome back anytime, my friend. And thank you for joining the Tardis Zone. We really appreciate all the support. And actually, I have to say that for everybody that has subscribed in the last couple of weeks, particularly, I'd like to thank you all for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have liked the live panels that I have been doing. because as I said, when Doctor Who comes around, obviously we will be concentrating a little bit more on Doctor Who because obviously that's what this channel is about. But I do want to talk about other things that are going on out there. Hence why I wanted to talk about Ghostbusters and Wonder Woman. And we will be talking about other upcoming trailers that are coming out, especially things that I'm looking forward to that we're going to be discussing as well. So it won't be just Doctor Who. I have to broaden it out a little bit because I have been told for my channel to survive, if I just continue just doing Doctor Who content, I'm not going to survive long. I will have to do other stuff and other content as well. So the live panels kind of reflect that a little bit. We get people in and we don't just talk about Doctor Who, we talk about other stuff as well. And of course, we will have that Star Wars um, shit show coming up soon. So we'll have plenty to say about that as well. Even though I haven't reviewed them on this channel, I wouldn't, I can't put myself through them again. So I'm not. I'm just gonna watch this movie, and you should call it the free media zone. No, I'm sticking with the Tardis zone because it's still a geeky name, and I am a geek at heart, and I am a Doctor Who fan. First of all, you know, um, and I'll always be a Doctor Who fan. And people can criticize me there and say, "Well, you're criticizing all the time. You're not a fan." I am a fan, and I always will be a fan. I can criticize it when it's bad, and I'll give it kudos when it's good. That's what being a fan is all about. I think people and the media especially have forgotten that that's what actually fans are entitled to do. I mean, Henry Cavill has actually said it. Well, he says that he doesn't see it as fans being toxic. He sees it as a fan's right, okay, and they have a right to express that opinion because a media journalist tried to bait him into saying that we were toxic, and he was having none of it. And fair play to you, Henry. That's why you'll always be my Superman, because you stuck up for the little guy, which is us, the fans, and we appreciate that. I wish others would follow your suit, man. I really do. I wish the rest of them would follow your example and actually say, yeah, the fans do have a right. And we do. We see what's happened is there's an arrogance amongst them all, right? All these actors and actresses and the media and all, right? They think that they could talk to us like this and get away with it. Well, fans are fighting back, right? You've already seen it. The fandom menace is JJ mentions the fandom menace. That's it. Like, I mean, look, that'd be like someone from BBC mentioning this channel. That's huge. You know what I mean? That's huge. That proves that you're getting under these people's skin, right? And the fandom menace managed to do that. And as Gary has said, we're all part of the fandom menace. It doesn't matter what part of the fandom you're from, whether you're a Star Wars fan, a Doctor Who fan, a Star Trek fan. We're fighting against this attack on pop culture. And you know for the fandom menace to be mentioned by JJ himself, that was a victory for them guys, and well deserved because they put in a lot of hard work. You know what I mean? And not only that, they've spoken from the heart. They've spoken as fans, and what's happened? They've had nothing but hit pieces done on them. People sending them death threats. Now I've received all that. You see what goes on anyway. I don't need to repeat what goes on, but you know what goes on. I mean, but this is how bad it's gone. But the media drive all this as well. So the media were pissed off because we didn't react badly to the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer because they were waiting on us. And they went mental when we didn't go mad over the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer, because again they were expecting us to come out because this is the narrative that they've been spinning to everybody else. So when we didn't come out and argue those things, and we didn't argue against those trailers, what happened? They turned on us and said, well, and they turned on the filmmaker. Oh, why are you making these movies for these sexist, misogynistic bastards and all? They don't deserve this movie and all this crap, this attitude. Well, do you know what I say to you all? Do you know what I really say to you all? Kiss my ass. And you know what? This has been the greatest week great is weak for fans because it's exposed how petty and pathetic the other side are, and their shill media and their shill media. And right, I've been asked, have I seen The Mandalorian? Right, I have The Mandalorian there ready to go. I have found a way to watch The Mandalorian, but I haven't watched it. Now, Gary from Neurotics and Doomcock have watched it. Now, as you know, they don't like Disney Star Wars, but these guys have given it an actual good review. Okay? And this is what I like about Gary and Doomcock, right? Even though they have a problem with Disney Star Wars and what Disney Star Wars has done, when Disney Star Wars do anything good, these guys will come out and actually praise it when they do come out and do something good. There are other YouTubers out there that deal with Star Wars that I feel that don't do that. So, I have a lot of time for Gary and a lot of time for Doomcock. I don't have time for other YouTubers out there that just want to deal on the negative side of things all the time. Now, I used to do that on this channel quite a lot. I've tried to change it up quite a lot, but we'll always will have to go back to, you know, when something drops on Doctor Who, we will have to discuss it, and it doesn't mainly go back to negative stuff because at the moment, whether people like it or not, that's what's driving all these YouTube channels at the moment, right? But when they do say something positive, right, I give them a big pat on the back because there's some Star Wars YouTubers out there that refuse to review this show, even though it's actually half decent, right? Now, it's half decent to Gary and Doomcock because they are Star Wars fans and they have a higher expectation than I would, right? Because I'm more of a Trekkie fan, but I have watched all the Star Wars movies, the prequels, and the new ones, right? So for me, The Mandalorian would probably be a brilliant show. It's something that would appeal to me. So, you know what I mean? I will watch it. But I am glad that Gary and Doomcock have been reviewing it and they have been quite positive about it. Because as I said, I don't like when other Star Trek, Star Wars YouTubers don't actually review it and refuse to review it because it's actually good because they'd rather focus on negativity all the time, you know. And then what they do then is they scaremonger their subscribers then into subscribing to them and sharing their stuff because they're using this copper thing to scaremonger people. Now, copper is a shit show, but it's not as bad as people are making it out to be. And there is ways around it, right? Now, we should have been given the third option by YouTube. We should have been given that third option button by YouTube. I do agree. But it's not as bad as people are making it out to be. And I know there's some bigger YouTubers out there that are being cautious on it. I'm not saying much about it because they want to find out all the details before they actually do start going out and telling people what to do. But I've got a 32-page document that I'm actually reading at the moment. It's got to do with the whole thing. And I'm being honest with you, half of these YouTubers that are out there basically scaremongering their subscribers. It's shameful. It's shameful, right? Clicking, or click. Help this YouTuber out quick because the YouTube's gonna shut them down. No such thing. No such thing. Right? No such thing. It's being blown out of proportion. Yes, they are bringing new rules in. Yes, things are going to be a little bit harder, but your channel's not going to be taken down. They're not going to take your channel down if your channel's making a profit. And a lot of these bigger channels are. And that's what kind of pisses me off because, I'm still a small channel. For me, it's about the content that I make. It's not actually about the money, but this whole thing, Star Wars thing, but not only the whole Star Wars thing, when a lot of YouTubers decided to not upload for the day, and I was one of them, and I wasn't monetized. I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers a few weeks back, right? And I chose to not upload as well. Well, a couple of the bigger YouTubers decided that money was more important to them than actually taking a stand. So there was a few YouTubers out there that I saw their true colours and kind of turned me off them. And I'm quite glad that the few that I hold here and the few that I really admire actually were the ones that actually boycotted and did what we all did and supported, even if it was for one day. Imagine not being able to, imagine not uploading for one day, right? Especially if you're a big channel, right? And you don't upload for one day because you're more worried than money. It's become greedy. Chuckzilla says, I need to go. Great show. My best to Cheryl Nightall, who knighted. Good night, Chuckzilla. I will give you a ring on Friday. I know you're looking for me. But I'll be taking emails and calls on Friday. So I'll talk to you Friday before I go live. Look, it's not even about the money. See, I failed monetization because I think I've done it wrong. And I have to wait now a couple of months. But it doesn't bother me. You know, some people were asking me even before, you're going to activate your super chats and all this. Well, obviously, when it's monetized, then obviously it's there. But I don't care if I never receive a super chat. Do you know what I mean? I've put all this hard work into this channel. Do you know what I mean? And I've had help from YouTubers that I admire and respect on this platform. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, for me, it's talking to you guys, interacting with you guys, and actually being able to get people on that are like-minded like me and to actually talk to yous about all the TV shows and the movies that we love that are being destroyed. And that's what it is for me. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to lie to you and say that I don't ever want to make money off it. Obviously, if I have an opportunity to make money off it, I'm going to because I've worked hard on it. Do you know what I mean? I haven't not worked hard on it. I've worked hard on it. So I mean, at the end of the day, but I don't care if I don't, because for me, as I said, it is getting people on. I just love chatting. I mean, how long does it take me to say goodbye when I say I'm saying goodbye? About 20 fucking minutes, because I love being on and talking to you guys. I know you don't want us to talk politics now, but I can say that I find the timing of some of this interesting. The timing of what? The general election? Super chats overlap people's comments, which is a shame. Well, of course, super chats are going to get priority. That's just the way it is, though. I mean, if someone's paying for you to read out their comments, and I mean, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. But I'll try strike a balance if I can. The way to make YouTube work is to be passionate about your subject. Exactly. I had 3 lawyers and on 2 continents look at this. If you use YouTube to make money, such as telling people to go to your Patreon, YouTube can't make a dime on you if your channel isn't monetized. Yeah, again, that's another thing people have asked me to sign up to, and people have been telling me to sign up to Patreon for 2 years, and I still haven't, because again, as I said, it's never been about money, and I would actually have to work that little bit harder on Patreon to put different content up on YouTube. And to be quite honest, I can't be arsed because I put enough effort into this. So, and again, I don't know. Hey pal, sorry to see the hate you've been getting on Twitter. They're all total bullies and should be ashamed of themselves. Why am I getting more? It's typical, sure. Let me see. Probably. No, it doesn't matter anyway. It gives me more content for another video. They don't learn their lessons, they don't. But affect them anyway. Who gives a crap? But the Gamer 50. Okay, I'm off now, you wonderful people. Catch you all soon. No, great show again, and thanks for reading out my comments. No problem, Gamer 50. I do read out. I haven't done it in a while, but I normally do read out comments. But thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you again. I gave up on Twitter and Facebook. Daniel is starting his YouTube. I think Daniel says, if I'm correct on saying, that he's going to throw something up on his channel on Saturday. So if that information's correct, Daniel, just are you keeping the channel the same name as yourself? If that's the case, then just click on Daniel's name there. He has a YouTube channel. He'll be putting up his first bit of content this weekend. It's not whether you want it per se. YouTube won't let use them to make money if they can't put commercials on your channel. All right. I'm just finished now, and I can't be that loud, by the way, because I've been very quiet. I actually have. Haven't I been quiet tonight, guys? She's saying I'm shouting, like, you know. Right, listen, anyway, I'm going to finish up because I did say I'd go for 2 hours. So I'll be back on Friday for the big panel. So hopefully she doesn't moan then. And we'll be all fine then. See, it's a full moon, so she's gone a bit crazy tonight. You know, she's already gave out to me about 7 times today. You know, feeling a bit kind of, you know, since she came back, I don't know, she must have got a personality transplant or something, because like she's come back, she's not my wife anymore. You know, she's just become this old granny moan hole. You know, the full moon came out like, and she's she rings me. I hope you're looking at your messenger, because you left without any toilet roll in the house. Yeah. Oh, you're not drink, babe. That orange juice is there since fucking 14 days ago. You're supposed to get rid of that at once opened. Drink within 3 days.
Can you focus on what you're doing and not worry about me?
No, she's after drinking poisonous orange. Right, so if she dies, don't blame me, right? She's after drinking poison orange there. Tell Cheryl hello. Cheryl, you better say hello to them all. I think some people think you're actually dead. There you go. You got his answer. I love winding her up. She's been a bit because she's sick. But I love winding her up. Oh, hell, Mrs. the Tardis on. Oh, yeah, that was Ted's little rugby ball. LOL, and this was the last ever heard from Noel. Yeah, tell Cheryl I said hello. Take care of that woman, Noel. I always take care of Cheryl. Cheryl, look, you all know the way I am with Cheryl. No, Cheryl was there laughing, but she's after drinking. She had to drinking some orange juice that was in the fridge for 14 days. Yeah. Noel's a husband's job is to never second guess the missus. Never second guess the missus. I'll be sleeping with one eye open tonight. Is Noel making 40? Yeah, I was making it, and she's just had to drink. She's going to be locked. Moonshine orange juice. Yeah, madness, man. Say that seriously, man. We buy bread. She leaves it there, and she goes, I'm going to make a sandwich right now. I'll go in and I'll look, Cheryl, there's mold on that bread. Oh, it's okay. No, Cheryl, there's mold on the bread. Ah, funny. Right, let me see. That's everything. So, panel Friday. Be back Friday, usual time. I'm gonna organise the guests and all. We try change it up this week. Try get a few new faces on if we can. And yeah, I think that's everything. Ted, do you want to say goodbye to everybody before we go? Oh, here he is. Come on, little superstar. Come here. Come here. Come here, because you're the star. Everybody actually really likes you. It's not me that they like. There you go. There you go. There you go. No. Look at everybody there. Right, say goodnight to everybody. So this is Ted. I know the rules. The lady is always right when she says she's okay. She's not really okay. So you're better off jumping out the window because it'll save you all the nagging for hours. I get it. Kiss? No, see, watch this, right? We're on watch. Ted, kiss a kiss. Say, watch. Ted, kiss a kiss. Ted, kiss a kiss. Do you like Jodie Whittaker? Do you like Jodie Whittaker? Do you like Peter Capaldi? Do you like Jodie Whittaker? Peter Capaldi? Jodie Whittaker. Dun. So this is our little mascot. So do me a favor, if you've liked the stream tonight, please give the stream a like. If you haven't liked it, please give it a dislike. I'm sure the 4 gobshites that normally do dislike every video that I do will dislike this video. You sad little pathetic individuals, but thank you very much. If you want to also leave a comment, why not? Isn't that right? Imagine, actually, there's one video on my channel that they haven't touched, and guess what it is? But they'll probably touch it now if I say it. The Baby Yoda video. It's about 11 seconds, isn't it? Yeah. So, Lord Teddington of Dublin. Yes, he is a lord. He is the Lord. Right. That's our Teddy Phil for the night. Okay. Right, listen, I'll see you back on Friday. Have a good one. We'll have a panel on Friday. Hopefully, actually, I will just check StreamYard just to double check, but I think it is back on Friday, me monthly allowance. Yeah, that's that. So thank you to all my moderators, because I know you've had your work cut out tonight. I really like to thank you for whatever comments you've got rid of, but thank you. And guys, listen, we will talk, as I said, on Friday. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you the weekend for the Doctor Who panel. Guests will be announced tomorrow evening. I'm going to see who I can get my hands on and bring them on. The way I put that across, you think I'm dragging them over here. But we'll see who we can get on. We'll try to get a big guest if we can. Just see what the hell. I'll just ask around and see if there's anybody willing to come on. As they say, if you don't ask, you never know. I have actually texted Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, believe it or not. I'd love to get him on, actually, because I think we actually have a lot in common, because he doesn't give a flying fuck about anybody, and neither do I. And could you imagine us two on the stream? It'd be epic proportions. Brilliant. Right, go on. I'll talk to you. Enough of me. See you later. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe and be kind to each other. As Cheryl always says to everybody, be kind, because that doesn't cost anything at all. And good luck. And the one bit of politics that I will leave with, because I know I can end on this. Good luck to you Brits tomorrow. You have a choice to make. Evil Bastard 1 or Evil Bastard 2. All I will say is pick the lesser of the evils, because you don't have a great choice. I mean, you're hardly going to go for Joe Swanson. Imagine her telling the UK that she was going to be Prime Minister when she hadn't got a hope in hell. So you have Jeremy the anti-Semite, or you have Boris Johnson the liar. So I don't envy you. So whoever you choose, you're going to fuck up your country anyway, because one is determined to stop Brexit, the other one wants to get Brexit done, but is no lawyer, and the other one gets elected. I've already seen newspaper reports saying that some of the Jewish communities, some of the Jewish people will leave if Jeremy Corbyn becomes Prime Minister. So either way, you're in the same situation that the Americans had when they had Hillary and they had Donald Trump, right? And they went with the lesser of the two evils, which was Trump. Trust me, Hillary not being president is a good thing. So good luck to you tomorrow, because I wouldn't like to be I really wouldn't. But all I will say is that anybody that votes Labour, all I will say to you is that if you vote Labour, right, they'll then never vote in another referendum again, because you will not have the right. Because do you know what? As far as I'm concerned, right, I hear these excuses before I go. Right, I hear these excuses. Right, people didn't know what they were voting for. Right, that's one reason. Another one I hear is, I wasn't old enough to vote, so I don't think that decision should have been made without me, without my input, because I wasn't old enough. Right. Firstly, it doesn't matter what general election it is or what vote you have. You're always either going to be too young at some stage. You were always going to be too young at one stage, right? You're going to get a chance to vote at something, right? Don't buy into that. At the end of the day, right, fools, right, the people vote, right? Now, all this thing that they didn't know what they were voting for, well, I'm sorry. I disagree 100% on that one, right? I disagree. And then I don't want to hear this, but the people were misled, right? They were misled and all this. Don't give a shit. That's politics, right? If the people weren't sure about what you were voting for, they should have voted no. That's what you're told, right? If you're not sure, vote no. You're not told if you're not sure, vote yes, right? You're told if you're not sure, vote no. Okay? So, again, the people voted to leave. Fucking leave. How long is Britain fucking trying to leave Europe now? At this stage, I want you to go, because I'm sick of Brexit. I'm sick of listening about Boris Johnson. I'm sick of listening about Jeremy Corbyn. I'm sick of listening about that fucking Nazi Joe Swenson, wherever her name is, that would actually deny a democratic vote. So anybody that votes Labour is actually denying a democratic vote. And in my opinion, you don't have a right to vote anymore, because if you don't stick with, what's the whole point of voting, right? And I know sometimes in some countries it is just a gesture, gives you that false sense that you actually have a choice. But in this case, you actually had a choice: stay in Europe, right, and get more money off Europe, right, or leave Europe and not get any more money. You chose to leave Europe because at the time it was the refugee thing that was the problem. And that is a problem. And it is a problem. Anybody says that isn't a problem, it is a fucking problem. If you have homelessness in your own country, you should be taking refugees. End of. I'm sorry, but fuck off somewhere else, right, where you can house them, right? Until I sort my country out, my country men and women out, then you can come over. That's not being racist. That's sorting your own out first. Okay? There you go. I said 10 minutes ago. See, I told you, Paul, I love me work. But again, as I said, I don't envy British people tomorrow, but I'm going to sit back now tomorrow. Actually, I'll probably put on Sky News now because we'll probably have some coverage of something happening. So I will watch the general election tomorrow, and I'm going to laugh my head off because whatever side wins, I'm going to call it. British people don't realise yet, but you are heading for civil war because. And if you think that's impossible today, it's not. And I'll tell you why. Because the no side, even if Boris gets in, right, uh, the no side, the Remain side is not going to accept that, right? It'll be the same if Jeremy gets in. The other side's not going to accept him either. So it doesn't exactly. Whoever you get, you lose. The people lose out here. It's only heading one way. It's only heading one way. And that's not a conspiracy. That's a fact, Paul. Today, we have the British people fighting against one another over Brexit. People want to stay. People want to go. See, the problem is, look, there was some general elections, so some votes that I wasn't old enough to vote in, right? I didn't cry like a little bitch. I accepted it. People need to accept what happened. You weren't old enough. Stop crying like a little bitch, right? I don't give a shit if you didn't understand it. You weren't supposed to fucking understand it, right? You were given a choice. Stay in Europe or leave. You chose to leave. Even if you didn't understand that, what you are signing, that's your own stupidity because you should have checked it out yourself. That is your fucking responsibility as a citizen, right? And if the pamphlets that the main parties were giving you were lies, well then there was other information out there that you could have looked at yourselves. You know, it's called doing research yourselves. So I don't buy into this excuse. I never have. You know, they voted. People voted to leave, so just do us all a favour and leave. We don't want Britain in the EU anymore. You wanted to go, you took money, you didn't like it, you decided that wasn't for you, so fuck off. Right? British people have always had this superiority complex anyway, you know. So I'm not surprised that eventually you did leave. I just wish we were leaving, which is actually, to be quite honest with you, I think Ireland and England would do well on their own against the rest of Europe. I really do. I think we'd actually do well as two countries working together. I think Ireland and England would actually be great. And I know a lot of people don't like politics right now, but as it's my channel, I will talk about politics for the last 10 minutes if I want to. Yeah, well, we might get our chance. Because remember, and I will say this, who delete? You didn't need to delete that comment. I would vote for Ireland. No, can we not come up with our own phrase? Right, we don't have to call it or exit or whatever the fuck everybody's calling it. Yeah. Who? So yeah, I think we do great on our own. The best years were 2005 to 2013, says Crystal. Well, in the 2000s, I'd actually have to disagree with that. At the start of the 2000s wasn't too bad. I know we had the crash and we had 9/11 and stuff, but it was still, well, 9/11's when it all changed, in my opinion. The world became a colder place. We don't need Europe. No country needs Europe. It was supposed to be a trade thing in the first place and became something different. On that basis, all people of Europe should actually, and do you know what? I hate being called European. Apparently I'm European. No, I'm not European. I am Irish. I was born in Ireland, reared in Ireland, and I'm from Dublin. I am not European, okay? So these politicians that call me a European, I'm not a European. I'm Irish. Stop trying to take my identity away from me, or my nationality, because that's exactly what they want to do. They want to get rid of nationalities, you know? It reminds you of someone, doesn't it? Do you remember there was some crazy Austrian, you know? He tried it, you know, but he used war as a way to do it. These Germans are just cleverer this time. Instead of going to war, they decided to do it the economic route. And now look at them. Germany's become the most powerful country within the EU. And actually, Europe is becoming a super state. So it'll be the United States of Europe. And, you know, Americans used to laugh at that when we used to say United States of Europe. And Americans probably, because of, you know, Americans being as arrogant as they can be and self-important as they can be, thought that nothing like this could happen. Well, it's happening. It's right at our front door. What are going to do about it? And why hasn't America, you know, said something about all of this? Because I'm being honest, I don't want to be. Look, my country's supposed to be neutral. Now there's a European army. I'm sorry. I didn't agree to be part. I didn't agree for my country to be to have a European army. I don't want the European army. We have our own army that do fuck all as it is. They go to peacekeeping places and stuff. I'm not saying what they do was not dangerous, but I mean, as a functioning army, it's kind of pathetic compared to other armies out there. But they do their bit, you know, as all Irish soldiers do. They will do their duty, you know, and they don't moan about it. They'll go out there wherever they're asked to go. They'll do it, but we're supposed to be a neutral fucking country. Now there's an EU army, right? They've got their own flag, their own anthem. So, yeah, I actually do agree with Paul. I'm going to go now. 20 minutes of extra time. When do we start the penalty kicks? We're going to go now. Right, listen, here we go. I'm finally going to say goodnight. So, good night, folks. I will talk to you all on Friday. And hopefully by Friday, we will know who your fucking prime minister is, so I can take the piss out of you, because either way, yous are fucked. On that note, good night. God bless. Don't let the bugs bite and all of that. And there's a full moon out there now, so I'm probably going to turn into a werewolf and eat some rabbits. See you later. And that would have worked